to the World Economic Forum at Davos, Switzerland 2014, the widening of the wealth gap, the difference between the haves and the have-nots, is the greatest risk to the sustainability of this planet.
6 billion people on the planet these days lives in poverty. 1 billion people are illiterate. Of those billion people, 2/3 are women and 250 million are children.
My name is Scott Picken. I'm the CEO and founder of Wealth Migrate, and we are leading the wealth movement.
Hi, I'm Hilda Landerstedt. I'm very proud to be part of leading the wealth movement and specifically creating awareness for women, the needy women and the woman that has money, that want to get involved in making a difference to the world.
We implore all crowdfunders, businesses, governments, and 21st century thinking people to get behind this. And the reason is that 99% of the population on this planet do not have access to what the 1% do. And there's two ways that this will play out. One is that the 1% can build big walls trying to protect everything from the 99%. Or we can empower the 99% and we can allow their wealth to move and ultimately join the middle class and ensure that we create a sustainable and better planet for all. I stand here in Knysna, Teeson Island, Knysna, South Africa. This is one of the top 5 estates in South Africa. It is literally the metaphor for opulence. It's some of the most expensive housing, magnificent boats. This is some of the best holiday homes in South Africa, and to be fair, in Africa. And yet behind me here, up on the hill, we've got squatter camps. We've got people living without sanitation, without water, without electricity, and in many cases without access to education. Many people in the first world don't understand how close it actually is on their doorstep. And yet we need to focus on this if we want to have a better planet.
If we want to have an impact on the planet and have to create a future for our planet, that we need to look at the women and the children and help to educate them and help them to create a better sustainable life for themselves.
But the exciting news is that technology is allowing it to happen. When you take what Peter Diamandis is doing with the Education X Prize, he's the man behind literally the SpaceX Prize. And on Indiegogo, through crowdfunding, they raised $14 million. They are going to bring tablets so that a child in Africa can go from illiteracy to literacy in 18 months. I mean, that is absolutely astounding. By 2016, there are going to be 1 billion handsets on the continent of Africa. And so what that's going to allow is that the first wave will be education, which will happen through technology. And behind that, once people become educated, once people become literate, they will want access to wealth. They will want access to the same things that you and I have in the middle class. And that is where real estate crowdfunding is going to be so powerful. Because with real estate crowdfunding, we will be able to empower those people with the same things that you and I have got used to with regards to the wealth effect.
All you do through crowdfunding is sharing on the upside of your property and the upside of your investments. And it is a wonderful way for women to create a property portfolio of investments, making money. And once you make that money, you can give back to your own families, your own communities, or to the greater world out there.
Just like the printing press came along in the 1400s and democratized education and literacy, it took it away from just the church and the monarchs and allowed the middle class to take place. That literally democratized. It fell the monarchs, and ultimately it led to the Renaissance and then the Industrial Revolution, and very much where we are today. Well, crowdfunding is exactly that same democratization. It is literally going to be the printing press of wealth, because it's going to allow the 99% that don't have access to the 1% to get access.
Women make over 50% of the world's workforce, yet women only own 1% of the world's wealth.
It is a proven fact that if you empower women, you have a far greater chance of empowering an entire community. And yet of all the illiterate people on this planet, 2/3 of them are women.
That is why it is imperative that we empower women in the workforce to become wealthy, to teach them about creating money and creating sustainable societies, because once they achieve a certain level of success, I have no doubt that those women will make a difference to the lives of other women and other children.
And so with the democratization, with crowdfunding, they will have access to the same opportunities. It is a male-dominated world out there in the finance world, but now with crowdfunding, it's very much a female energy. They can get the education, they can get the support and the nurturing that they're used to, and most importantly, they can get access to good opportunities which can give them sustainability and safety in the long term.
Because you have a role to play on this planet. You have a difference to make in business and in life.
And we believe by empowering women, by educating women, and by providing opportunities for women, we can have one of the greatest impacts on literally communities and the future of this planet.
Business to me is the way, if you structure it properly and if you create a successful business, that you can make an immense impact on the people, on your staff, and on your communities that you serve.
The wealth movement is going, its mission is to empower 1 billion people by 2020 with the impact of the wealth effect.
So it's time for us to all work together, stand together, and create a sustainable planet, a sustainable life, because our planet simply cannot take and handle 6 billion people living in poverty.
I challenge you, I implore you, I ask you to join the wealth movement, to come and help us lead the movement, so that we too, together, can make sure that we have a more sustainable and better planet for all.